What's going on, stream? What's going on, stream? I don't know why this always changes. Let me see. My bad, guys. Give me 1 second. Here, go here, go here, go here, here, done. Go live, confirm, go here, put this here. Alright, so now I can see the YouTube chat. What's going on, YouTube? Woohoo! Let me go to Twitter, refresh. We're live on Twitter. Sounds good. Hello, hello. Perfect. Testing. I hear myself. So now I gotta pop out this chat, put this chat here. No, I messed up. Need 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. What's going on, Gabe? Welcome to the stream, my brother. I appreciate you being here. I need to post this link. The YouTube link is here. I'm just posting the links for the stream everywhere, and then I'll start it up. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, let me know. Any pairs you guys want me to go over in specific, let me know. If not, we're gonna go over the pairs that we usually go over, which are the ones that you see on the right hand side with the red folders, starting with AU, finishing off with US oil. Stream is live dating. Okay, cool. Copy. And then this goes to X here. This goes to here. This goes to here. Sorry guys, give me 10 seconds. And then I'll be looking at the chat. Just making sure I post the links everywhere. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna give everybody another minute to join, and then we'll get started. Again, any questions, guys, let me know. Any pairs in specific you guys want me to go over, let me know. Alright, so let's get started. So, first pair of the night, AU again. We're just going to go over the 30-minute time frame. I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing we did yesterday. Before we start, too, let's look at the news for tomorrow. And pretty much for tonight. I know we have AUD news tonight. Let me see, at 9:30. We have JPY news pretty much all night, all evening, all morning. Euro again at 5 a.m. USD non-farm at 8:15. 8:30 we have employment cost. 10 o'clock we have home sales, and then FOMC at 2:30. And then Thursday pretty much same thing with the folders, and Friday same thing at 8:30 non-farm. Okay. So we already know tomorrow's gonna be a trading day where I'm just gonna wake up at the regular time. I'll turn the stream on around like 6:30, 7 a.m. Just kind of wait for that news to settle, and then we'll see how the markets react to that. Again, it starts at 8:15, so yeah, we'll be on at around 7:15 before the news hits. We'll get the charts ready. So yeah, tonight let's just update the 30-minute time frame again. We're gonna go through the daily a little bit just to kind of see where we're at overall. Right, we'll look at the 4-hour. We're to see where we're at overall. We're back at the 4-hour lows. 2 weeks of drop. This week being the third week, we knew price is gonna make this new low, and we're still at these lows. Right, we tapped into them, gave us a beautiful entry last night at 3 in the morning. But price still hasn't given us a break of the highs or the break of the lows. So we're pretty much same as yesterday. You know, do we have any engulfing candles at the top of the zone consolidation? Let's take a look. Nothing in the 4-hour. Nothing in the 1-hour. The 30-minute, we have this engulfing that was already used up. You know, still don't have any break of the lows. 15-minute, no engulfing candle it seems. Let's take a look. Nothing in the 15. You're good evening, Muhammad. What's good, my brother? And in the 5-minute, nothing in the 5-minute either. Alright, no problem. So this point too, we could look at the 5-minute time frame to look at the internal shifts, right? We have lower low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, blah blah blah. Right? Let's take a look at this side. We're trading between this high and this low, so yeah, we have no continuations either in the 1-minute time frame. No continuations in the 30-minute either. No 372s. So at this moment, we're just waiting it out till we get another confirmation, whether we're going to break the lows, continue going short, or we're going to reject the lows again to continue to push to the top side. We'll have to wait it out. Again, any questions, guys, feel free to stop me. Ask any questions you guys may need. Let's take a look at EA. We know we're looking for those uptrend pushes to the top side. Would love to see an engulfing candle here. Nothing in the 4, nothing in the daily, nothing in the 1-hour for now. Yeah, I don't like this engulfing green candle. Nothing in the 1-hour, nothing in the 30, nothing in the 15. So EA is another one, same analysis as yesterday pretty much. Price is just moving sideways here, so nothing has really changed. I'm still expecting price to give me this 3rd week high, but we just gotta be patient with this. Gotta wait it out. Give us a confirmation that price is gonna go up, then we'll take that. But for now, price is sitting in the same spot that we were in since yesterday. EURCAD gave us that break of the low. That was very beautiful. Went to the low, induced the highs, then started to push to the bottom, gave us a internal time frame engulfing candle too. We went over this one this morning. Right, going against the trend, and goes into what the question that we had last night on stream too, which somebody was like, oh, could I enter shorts now? Like pretty much where we were at 7 p.m. yesterday. It's like, I think it's an early entry. I think we are going to go down eventually, but right now these entries during Asia session are way too early. And he was like, I don't think so. So I forgot who it was that asked that question, but I hope he took profit when he needed to. I hope it didn't hit a stop loss. Lower low, lower high, lower low. We had that 30-minute break, so now we know we're trading between these 30-minute highs over here. These 30-minute lows over here. We also had a day of drop on Friday, then Monday gave us 2 days of drop. counter against the trend. So right now I don't have anything for today for this pair. This is a pair that I want to see uptrend pushes, but we are at the top of the zone of consolidation, so I am expecting a pullback back down to the bottom to fill this gap up before we continue to push to the top side. So we'll wait this one out. We'll see what price wants to do overall. And again, I don't trade going against the overall trend. I don't counter trend, so I'm not looking for sells when price is still in an uptrend. Well, the zones, remember, are the 30-minute highs and the 30-minute lows. I'm the actual zones, right? When you're in the 30-minute, the 15-minute, or the 5-minute, it doesn't matter whether it's a closure or not, right? So I don't want to confuse you. So this is where I know it gets confusing, right? I'm still marking this as a 30-minute low and 30-minute high, but I'm not looking at this as a, oh, this is a break of structure, so I'm looking for price to continue, because we already know that a break of structure, for this to be considered a break, is what you said, right? We want to see those candle closures below and then the pull up, but the pullback. But when we're looking at the actual 30-minute zones, right, when you're looking at the 30-minute, the 15, or the 5-minute, a wick is considered a just for the zone, to mark up your zones, right? For the 4-hour, the daily, you have to see a body closure. But yeah, this, in regards to when you're looking to take an entry, yeah, this is just testing. This isn't breaking the structure. Just don't get those confused, right? When you're looking for an entry, like an actual entry, yes, you want to see a break of structure, but when you're just marking your 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows, whenever price, breaks, pretty much whenever price gets to the lows and makes a new low, you're still trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Right, like same thing here, right? We had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So even though this isn't a break of structure for an entry to continue to go short, this is still, delete some of this, my bad. Right, I'm still considering this, right, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we know we're trading between this 30-minute high and these 30-minute lows down here. We had a day of drop, 2 days of drop, but this is against the trend, so it's not a 372. We'll continue to wait. Right, Euro USD, we know we want to see buys, but right now we're in the middle of the zone of consolidation. In the 4-hour, we're still making lower lows and lower highs. Right, lower low, lower high, lower low. We know we're trading between this 4-hour high, this 4-hour low. Internal of the 4-hour, we can still see lower lows and lower highs. So taking a trade on Euro USD into buys when price is still downtrending, it just doesn't make sense. GA, price is just moving sideways. We know that we're still trading between higher high, higher low, and all of this is part of the same trends. Higher high, price is just moving sideways. Could this be a 38.2, 23.6, 38.2 Fib retracement for price to just continue to push to the top side? 100%. But before I can look for an entry, I need to see a confirmation, whether that's an engulfing candle. So nothing on the daily, nothing on the 4. In the 30-minute, we don't have an engulfing candle either. I'm sorry, in the 1-hour, we don't have an engulfing candle. In the 30-minute, we also do not have one. So right now, we're just kind of in a waiting game, waiting to see what price wants to do at this point. Right, we know we're pretty much trading between these highs and these lows. If price breaks the highs, then we know we'll see something like this. If price breaks the lows, we'll see something like this. Keep it simple for now. GCAD just moving sideways as well, failed to give us a 372, but it's all good. We understood why. We know that we're at the top of the daily zones and the 30-minute zones, so we already knew that this is not the best place to look for a trade. We're in peak high territory. We already had 4 weeks of rise, price is just moving sideways. Right, so GCAD is another one where we can't really look for entries. Price is just moving sideways, rejecting the highs, reject the lows, reject the highs, reject the lows, reject the highs, going back down to the middle. GJ, similar to US30 and gold, we are in peak high territory. For this one, we had low, high, right? And then price gave us the break here, which gave us this low and this high, and then this low broke here, which gave us this high and this low. So we are now trading between this 30-minute high, these 30-minute lows. However, again, we're still in 4-hour lows, right, which is the blue box. So for us to continue to see price push down to the bottom, we need to see a break of the lows, which we can see price still hasn't done that yet. So now that we know we're at the lows, let's see if we have any engulfing candles going to the top side. Any red, greens, nothing in the daily, nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1, nothing in the 30. In the 15. I think we saw this morning, but it doesn't have a top wick on that red candle. Yeah, so nothing in the 15 either. So at this point, just waiting it out. We could go to the 1 minute here in GJ too. 5 minute, the 1 minute, look for change of characters, break of structures. So we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, higher high, higher low. Could be an interesting pair to look into. Well, we also have JPY news all night, so I don't think it's actually a good idea to trade that. Still trading lower low, lower high in GU, so still for this one going counter, it's still going against the trend. So I'm not going to be taking this serious as of now, or for now, until we start flipping around, until we don't start seeing higher highs and higher lows. I'm not going to entertain GU. We still know we're trading between this 30-minute high, 30-minute low, so we'll see what price wants to do. US30, bad boy today, man, but it's all good. Let's delete some of the drawings here. Nothing new from what we talked about yesterday. We're still in the same spots. I'm still expecting the same thing. Still want to see price give us these drops, but for us to have a comfortable trade today, I would have loved to have seen a 372 develop. Unfortunately, we got a day of no net. Price didn't really want to continue any trends today, but again, it's not something out of the ordinary. We know that a pair like US30, again, before FOMC, before NFP, especially when it's on a Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday basis, and there's no news Monday and Tuesday, we know that for the most part, price is just going to want to consolidate. It happens every month. So we just got to be patient. This is an example, right, Muhammad, of why sometimes you'll see that I'll use a wick and sometimes you don't, right? This is where you kind of have to be just selective, but just to make it easy, right, and we'll compare the two. The reason I'm not going to mark this as a 30-minute break and I'm putting this green candle as a 30-minute high and then these lows as the 30-minute lows is because this is literally just a wick. Like it's look how small the body is compared to the wick. Like this is just an inducement candle, right? So when you go to the line chart, you see that move doesn't even exist, right? You can still see that we're trading between this high and this low, right? Comparing it to when we go to what pair was it, EURCAD, right? Comparing it to EURCAD, where that wick might not show up either, right? Because the line chart. But you could see how, oh, I'm lying, right? My bad, right? You could see how the low of the structure was actually broken here, right? So we are still technically trading lower low, lower high, lower low, right? You can see how that is breaking the lows compared to US30 is not breaking the highs, right? There is no high here that's broken, right? Again, comparing to how this looks to EURCAD, you can see that EURCAD's low was broken in the structure. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let me know if it doesn't. I'll try to explain it in another way, right? But it's also, again, just looking at the wicks and the candles, like you could see, okay, yeah, this isn't a, again, it's not a break of structure for an entry, but when you're looking at structure wise just to see your 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows, you could see that the bodies of the candles, everything closed lower. So you could see that price is still making lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Compared to US30, where you can't say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, because there's no bodies of any of these candles closed above the zone, right? None of them closed above here. Crystal clear. All right, perfect. So yeah, US30 right now, we just gotta wait it out. Let's look for an engulfing candle if we have another one. Once again, these engulfing candles before news, as I explained this morning, and why that trade that we went over and we took on the account. Why is it considered low probability, high risk, right? Or how can you turn a low probability trade also into low risk, right? That might be the first video I make as long form content, because I feel like not a lot of people really understand that, right? This trade here today, this engulfing candle, number one, is not a valid one. But if we were to use it, this is low risk, high risk, low probability. This is a 200 pip candle, or 200 pip stop loss. Is way too big of a zone, right? Comparing it to a low risk, low probability, which was 43 pips. It's not bad. You could manage that on any account. So again, I can't even compare yesterday's engulfing or this morning's engulfing candles to this one at the end of the day, because again, this isn't even a valid green candle. It's not a valid engulfing pattern. But in the case of the stop loss, right? How big a stop loss is, that's really the key in the trade. And then also where you're taking the trade, right? At this point, we still know looking for sells, once again, looking for sells when price is still in a higher high and higher low is not probable, right? We would have had a lot of different cases if, like, let's say price would have given us a break of structure of this high, or not even a break of structure. Let's say it would have given us that tap to the high, the inducement, and then we would have had higher high, higher low, higher high. If price at the end of the day would have given us a break lower low, lower high, that would have loved to have seen a lower low being made and then a lower high. But the fact that price just gave us this wick of a candle, a lot of people could come in and say, oh, that's a bullish exhaustion candle, or that's just an exhaustion candle going short. I don't trust that when it comes to US30, because we know that these candles that have such a big wick with a little body, we know that this is an imbalance that price likes to tap into right before going down again. So I would rather wait. Again, it's all good. We know we have news tomorrow, so we won't be trading this pair anyway until after the news. So we'll see. We'll wait it out. We'll see what price wants to do. Again, we're almost done here, guys. Only missing a few more pairs. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Anything at all, any pairs you guys want me to go over in specific, let me know. If not, once we finish with these pairs, we'll be done for the night, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. So USDCAD, we're just moving sideways. I don't have any update on that one. We have a day of drop on USD ZAR going against the trend, so I don't really have an update on this one. We're still trading between the 30-minute high and the 30-minute low. So until we don't make a decision on where price wants to go, I won't really be trading this. Gold, we had a lot of news today, right? Again, we're on YouTube and on I know I could talk about it on Twitter, but I know I can't talk about real world situations, specifically armed forces situations on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys saw the news with what's going on. So gold moved the way it did because of those news, which is all good. We understand that either way, we're not in the best place to take a trade, so we were not in any of these positions. USD CHF sell still valid. I'll go over that as well. I got you. Let me turn that on. We'll do it after I go. Okay, I won't forget, but I'll go to it now. So gold, we're still trading between the same 30-minute high and 30-minute low. Again, I don't really have any positions for gold. Again, especially the same thing as US30, right? We have that news tomorrow, so we'll just continue to monitor how this wants to move, and then we'll see how it looks in the morning. Bitcoin, same thing. Market doesn't close for another 45 minutes, but we're still trading between. All of this is pretty much the same trend, right? We're not gonna say lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? We're trading between this 30-minute low and these 30-minute highs up here. And currently, I mean, we can see that it's probably gonna end on a day of no net. So the only thing I still like about Bitcoin is that we have this engulfing candle here. However, I don't like that we're on the 800 EMA, right? If price would have given us a clean 2 days of drop and would have given us towards the end of the day, right, around from 2 to 8 p.m., if it would have given us a break of these lows and then would have given us a pullback back up to here, that's where I'll look for a trade to continue this push to the bottom side. But the fact that we're on the 800 EMA at this point, if price breaks these highs, we'll just use this 1 hour as this engulfing candle as a flip zone to continue the push to the top side. That's pretty much all I see for Bitcoin. And then last but not least, oil, and then we'll do USD CHF. So oil, we know we wanted to see price first and foremost. Right? We know we wanted to see the 4-hour candle close below the zone. Did we get that closure? Yes. Right? Not only did we get the closure, but we also got the break of structure of the actual engulfing candle. Right? So, or this engulfing candle, sorry. We also have 3 weeks of drop. So this week I'm not expecting price to continue, but we had a gap in the second week. So we are expecting price to continue to push to the bottom side. Would have loved to have seen price give us, however, an actual pullback for us to have a valid break of structure and then a break of structure retest to then continue. But all we have right now is just a change of character and then a small zone of consolidation that we broke below. So in the 30-minute time frame, well, first, again, in the 4-hour, we want to see the retest of the zone in the 4-hour time frame. So I am expecting price to give us kind of a pullback to the top side, around 78 pips to the bottom, or I'm sorry, to the top to give us a retest, to then give us the entry up here to continue the push down to the bottom. So US oil is definitely going to be one on my list for today. Gave us 3 days of drop, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Gave us a gap today, so it reset. Okay. So USD CHF are sell still valid. So I know we were in this, right? Was a beautiful trade. Definitely was a beautiful, beautiful trade. Entry was spectacular, right? 830. So could you look for a continuation? For sure. There's no doubt. So once again, we know that in the 30-minute, let's update this like this, right? So 830, we know we're trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low. We haven't tapped into the 30-minute highs. We haven't tapped into the 30-minute lows either. We went to the middle. Internal time frame, we started seeing higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us a change of character, right? And still didn't give us a pullback. So we're still trading between the change of character. At this point, it's really just about following market structure, right? If price breaks these lows down here, then we know it'll most likely continue to here, right? Once price breaks these lows down here, price will most likely continue to down here. And these are the 30-minute lows, right? Once these 30-minute lows are hit, this is where price is going to make a decision on whether or not it wants to turn around. The same thing here, right? It's going to make a decision here. It's either going to break or it's going to reject and go high. Or we'll do this. Right, so pretty much at this point too, let's look. Do we have any other engulfing candles? Nothing on the 4. We had that engulfing in the 1 hour. That was a beautiful trade. 30-minute, nothing. 15-minute, nothing. Right, and in the lower time frame, this is where you can start seeing where price, right, it's giving you higher high, higher low, consolidated, higher high, right, and then it gave you boom, change of character, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. To answer the question, really right now it's a waiting game. It really is just a waiting game. Could it continue lower? It can, but at the same time, again, this is where price could either break to continue the push, or it's going to do something like this. where it's just going to reject and continue to push to the top side. Which, in my opinion, it could still happen. So we'll see. Also, UJ and GJ sells still valid. So GJ is a little bit easier to say. This one is an easier one to respond to, which is I don't know, right? Because GJ is already at a 4-hour low, but the answer is easier to find, right? Because this is literally what we're looking for in the 4-hour time frame. If price breaks these lows, then we'll continue, which is the same thing in the 30-minute low, right? If GJ breaks these 30-minute lows, then we'll continue to see price go down. But if it doesn't break the lows and it does something like this, where, you know, let's say it does this, this is where we want to start looking for those reversals to go back to the top side. And then UJ, same thing, right? But UJ is in the daily lows, but it's the same, pretty much very similar, right? In UJ, we want to see price. Now, I forgot that I marked this up, but this moved perfectly. Gave us a 61.8 retracement, and then started the trend back down to the bottom side. So we know we're trading between lower low, lower high. We could argue and say this is a pullback, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And then we have a little change of character, lower low. UJ is very similar at this point, same thing as GJ, right? Here in the daily low, which is this gray box, we're either going to see price turn around here to continue, or this is where we'll see price break below, and then that break would pretty much be here too. Those three gave me 40% on my profit target today. Yeah, that's beautiful. Congratulations. Yeah, they were really good trades today. Definitely were really good trades today. So let's do the watch list real quick. I can't see the chats really quickly. Let me write down the watch list for tomorrow. So again, the watch list, I'm going to be posting it in the Trading Goats community. If you guys aren't in the community and on Twitter, on X, make sure you guys join. I'll post that in the chat. Alright, so Trading Goats, what is happening? Also share with followers. Tomorrow's the 31st, 07/31 watch list. So let's start from the top to the bottom. So AU, I'm not gonna write AU since we already did what we wanted it to see for the week. So Euro AUD, third week high, buys. EURCAD, nothing, we're in the middle of the zone of consolidation. EURUSD, we're still moving counter. GA, we're still in the middle of the zone of consolidation. GCAD, we're still in the middle. GJ, we're breaking lows, but we're indecisive because we're in the 4-hour low. GU is still making lower lows and lower highs. US30, we rejected highs. Would like to see sells. US30 would like to see sells to cover 30-minute gap. USDCAD, we're still consolidating at the top. We're in the higher high, just moving sideways. USD ZAR, we're just moving sideways. Gold, we're indecisive, still waiting it out to see more confirmations. Bitcoin, BTC USD, 1 hour bearish engulfing candle, sells. And then oil, we have a 4-hour lip Uh, there's a Discord. Yes, there is. I'll post a Discord as well. This is the Discord for my personal, and then the Discord for funded by traders, which is the prop firm that I work for. It's right here. EU 372 counter could make low and give us a pullback. Yeah, most likely. That's kind of what I'm seeing as well, right? There was a lot of people who got into this trade early today, who pretty much got in into buys when price went into these 30-minute lows, right? But price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. Right? So then going into today, we already know that 372 rule. So could price give us that 372 counter, give us that tap of the low, and then this is where price, because we could see that this is where price is now just exhausting, right? It's no longer really trending, right? Compared to here where we were still making lower low, lower high, lower lows, highs, 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 and then went down, right? And then here, which is the zone that people were looking at for trades, this is where it made lower low, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now if price makes these lows here, let's say it gives an inducement, right? And we know we'll now be trading between this high and these lows. If price starts giving us this pushes back down or back up to the top side, then we know we'll see something like this. So EU could be an interesting one for the pushes to the top side as well. But alright, good guys. No other questions. Let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over in specific? Let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain? Once again, anything at all, just let me know. If not, we're done for the night, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. All good. Thank you. All right, my brother. We'll see you tomorrow morning, Muhammad. Oh, you said NAS 100. My bad. You're right. You're right. So NASA is pretty much very similar to US30. In regards to what I'm looking for the outlook. However, NAS US 100, they moved how I wanted US30 to move. Right? They just moved a lot more clean. So as you can see, US 100 had this gap at the bottom of the market. We were looking for that same gap here on US30, but US30 just has it a little bit lower, right? So exactly what NAS 100 did is exactly what I want to see US30 do. So now at this point, it really is just the question for NAS, which is, and the other indexes, right? While US is the number one question for US30, right? Is US30 going to do the same thing that these pairs did, right? If it is going to do that, is NAS just going to consolidate and then wait for that move to happen to then go up? Or is NAS just going to continue to push to the top side, right? At this point, we know that we are trading between this 30-minute low, right, and these 30-minute highs up here. Not that high, but you got the gist, right? And this is what I could see. Just off the bat, this is what I'm looking for on NAS. Right? Could price go up and use this as an engulfing candle to then go short too? That could happen in the 4 hour. In the 1 hour, we don't have a strong engulfing. Yeah, so right now that's what I could see. Those are two possibilities that I could see for NAS. But yeah, the way NAS moved, just think about it. The way NAS moved, the way US 100 moved with the gap as well. That's exactly what we're looking for on US30. Where's S&P? S&P's over here. S&P did the same thing, man. Damn, bro. I'm about to put US30 on a back burner and just start trading these fucking pairs instead. Like we already know, like, see exactly what I now see. NAS doesn't have this gap up here, but SPX does, right? Could we be expecting price to come back up and fill this gap now? Absolutely, right? And that's the same thing that we just drew out for NAS, right? Is the exact same thing now that we're expecting for S&P, right? For price to start continuing to push to the top side to fill these gaps at the top side. So I'd say beware of, if you're still in sells, I'd say beware, because price could easily just now go back up to fill these gaps at the top side. Ink, what's up, my brother? Good evening. We're just about to gaps gotta be filled. They always gotta be filled. So what I love about gaps is they kind of just give us an indication as to where price wants to go, right? It just really depends on the pair, right? Sometimes it's gonna be a clean closure, sometimes it isn't, right? If I would have known, I'm not gonna lie, like if I would have known that S&P and US 100 and NAS had that same gap at the bottom, I would have been looking at those pairs too going into this week, right? Because just look at again, it's the same exact movements, right? Notice how none of these highs were broken, right? Price has rejected these highs for the last 3 days, right? Today it gave us that inducement, right? That red wick. After that inducement, that's the entry, right? After that 30-minute candle closure, and that's right at 9:30, right? So 10 o'clock we would have been able to catch a trade. Let's look at this in a lower time frame, or let's look at this in all the time frames to see if we had an entry opportunity. So in the 4 hour, did we have an entry opportunity? No. In the 1 hour, did we have an engulfing candle? No. In the 30-minute, did we have an engulfing candle? No. Now let's go down to the lower time frames, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the 1-minute. Did we have an engulfing candle here? No. In the 5-minute, did we have an engulfing candle? No. And in the 1 hour, or I'm sorry, the 1-minute, we had nothing. Okay. So no engulfing candles. Did we have any other entry criteria? Lower time frames. Let's see. Higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character. Low. Break. Right, so here, once price gave us the change of character, the break of structure, it gave us a fake break of structure, right? So there's two things I want to take a look at. So in this high, did price break above, or was it just a wick? Just a wick. It was just one candle, that red candle, right? Internal time frame, once we gave us that fake break, we started making lower low, lower high, lower low. Could have taken this trade over here, lower high. Right. So then if you go to the 30-minute time frame and you just look at where that drawing is at, where's that entry look at in the 30-minute time frame? It's right over here. So for prices that continue to go down, and then TP number 1 would have just been the low of this 30-minute gap over here. So literally that's the exact same thing that we're looking for on US30. The only difference is that US30 is being a little bit more hard-headed. It's not really giving us those cold entries, right, to go back down to the bottom, which is all good, right? I'll let US30 move when it wants to move. I'm in no rush. But we're definitely going to take those trades whenever we get the opportunity. So again, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Exactly, guys, be free money. And bro, that's something that not a lot of people really talk about. A lot of people don't even know what it means when the markets have a gap. They don't know that it have to be filled. They don't know why it happens. It's just something they just completely ignore, which is crazy. But you know, again, everybody has their own rules. But any other questions, guys? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over before I get off? Let me know. We'll stay in here for another minute or two to answer questions. If not, then again, we'll be done for the night and we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Tomorrow's stream, I am going to turn it on a little bit later than usual because we have news in the morning. So instead of it being 6 a.m., I'll be on at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Looks like everybody's good. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your day, rest of your night. Going once, going twice. Alright. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, guys. Peace out.